Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode. So I'm happy you're joining us today. What do I mean when I ask, is my success a fraud? Sometimes we experience this thing called imposter syndrome, but I'll get to that later. When do I feel like I'm a fraud? Even if I've done a number of good things in my life, I've had a certain amount of achievements in my life so far, there would be moments where I feel like I don't belong at this table I'm sitting at right now. I mean, while I'm aware of the things I can do, and I acknowledge that I also have some lapses, or there are things that I don't know how to do yet, okay? But it really makes you feel that you're that odd one out sitting in this table full of people who know what they're doing. What is imposter syndrome? By definition, it's this psychological pattern where individuals doubt their accomplishments and they fear getting exposed as a fraud despite the level of success they have. And of course, anybody can experience this, okay? So throughout my career, really, I've experienced this so many times. When I was working in my early 20s, I tried to learn as much as I can. As someone who just entered the playing field of building their career, okay, I was really willing to learn whatever I could. It was also a time for this humbling realization of seeing how different school life and, professional life was. Throughout my career, of course, I felt like I was a fraud despite my achievements, okay? While I did put in the work from being nothing and now something, okay, all this hard work has led me to become, at one point, one of the youngest managers at my former job. And that's great, right? It still gets to you because, you're sitting at this table full of seasoned professionals and you're the new player. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, and it's also easy to feel like you do not belong in that table. But I'm gonna tell you this. So going from that career, being at one point the youngest, and now I'm doing my master's degree, right? It really makes me ask myself, until now that I'm, in the middle of a semester, is that how did my once mediocre transcript from my undergrad years get me to where I am right now? Okay? Because let's be real, the ones we are expecting to pursue master's degrees are those who really did well during their undergrad years, right? And I was not one of those people, okay? I had failing marks on my transcript. Yeah, I still really ask that to myself until now. And of course, I am humble enough to accept that I can learn more because, sure, I've had a lot of experience from my previous job. Okay, I've been working for more than 4 years. I mean, that's not really a long time, but that's still 4 years. Okay. And right now, pursuing this master's degree, it's really a diverse field because I have schoolmates who are really seasoned in their career. I also know people who are coming straight from undergrad, so they don't really have professional experience just yet. And then there's me. I kind of fall in between. And, getting to know my classmates in my master's classes and getting to listen to what they have to say, it really amazes me that there are a lot of things I am yet to learn. But of course, it's still so easy to feel like you do not belong in that space. Okay? Because who was I? I can't say I did well exactly during my undergrad. And pursuing masters right now, I feel like I stick out like a sore thumb because sometimes I feel like I'm going into class knowing nothing despite reading pages of, research work. Oh my gosh, that was a humbling experience for me, I might add. Whenever I would feel that way, whenever I feel so inferior compared to my peers, I just kind of think like, okay, we're attending the same school. We all submitted the same requirements. We all went through the same process of getting into this master's program. So, okay, that's something to level the playing field over here. You know, the journey so far into pursuing this master's degree, it has not exactly been the easiest, okay? Because let's be real, nobody breezes through studies so easily. Okay, it's always going to be a challenge. But in these moments where I feel like I'm not enough or I'm not good enough to be here, I really just remind myself that, okay, I am only human. I'm not perfect, okay? I never claimed to be. I wouldn't be where I am with just luck. I know the work I've put in to get here. Like, you know, gathering all my requirements, acing the tests, all those interviews. I did what I felt was best, okay? And it got me here. So it just goes to show that, okay, what I thought was best got me here, so I must be doing something right. So my skills and how I am as a person got me here. That's what I gotta say. I've been the youngest in the tables I have been part of in the past. And whenever I would feel like I'm inadequate, I just think about that fact. Because how many people my age, or how many people at 25 are already becoming managers? I mean, of course there are some people like that, but hey, that's still something to celebrate. Whenever I would ask myself, do I deserve to be here? Is my success a fraud? Am I being authentic? I got here because of the work I put in, and that was all honest work. Even with failing grades on my transcript, I still went for it anyway. So I just really want to say that, you know, experiencing imposter syndrome, it can happen, and it's nothing to be scared of. Because we know our efforts, we know our success, we know the work that we put in. And whatever success we finally get to achieve, and when we know that we put in the work, and that is definitely something we deserve. So if you're ever feeling like you're not good enough to be where you are right now, or you're experiencing, you know, you feel like you're putting in all the work but it's still not enough, I just want to tell you that you're doing what you can. Okay? You just have to keep pushing yourself, because that's also what I'm doing really in this, you know, in this journey of pursuing that master's degree. That's really it. I just want to reassure you that you deserve to be where you are right now. You deserve to be sitting at that table with all those brilliant minds around you. And it doesn't make you any less than them, okay? I should watch this podcast as well because I need a reminder as well. Another person's talents does not make you lesser than them, okay? You have your own talents that you should be proud of. This is kind of a short episode, but hey, I just felt like I wanted to talk about this for a little bit. Close this episode, really, I just want to let you know that I'm thankful that you guys are constantly supporting this podcast. Of course, I'm also grateful that I get to do this. I'm grateful that I have this platform to talk about all these kinds of things. So yeah, thank you to that. So of course, if you enjoyed the podcast, don't be afraid to show some love. Whether you're listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, you can leave a like or a comment, or give your rating and download the episodes on Spotify. So yeah, that is it for this episode. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.